I do openly call Daniel the Tiger like the biggest asshole of all time. First of all, he's such a fucking wuss bag. Like, I'm scared of the dark. I'm scared of the doctor. I'm scared of the dentist. I'm like, can you shut the fuck up, Daniel? You're scaring my kids about everything right now. Why don't you fucking be brave for once in your stupid life and stop making a sand beach in your living room, for God's sake? You have the worst ideas and the worst advice ever. The guy's an asshole.
Okay, so let's record the intro now.
So what did Milkless? Because I think we start with the name.
Two dads. We love our kids, but then we also need them to know that we're like pretty cool and it's not like a wimpy podcast. So, hey, hey, Milkless.
Hey, welcome. Hey,
Milkless. Call the audience, Milkless. What's up, Milkless? Max coming at you.
What if that's it? That's our first take.
I have a dream probably once a month that I'm about to go on stage and it's a big play with a lot of lines. And they're like, so you know your lines?
And you haven't studied any of them?
I'm like, I mean, I kind of know them. They're like, well, it's like tonight. You don't know your lines?
The fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's a common. I think anybody who ever did was on stage.
I have anxiety dreams.
I haven't done a play in 20 years.
Mine are about sports.
Makes sense.
What? No pants? No lacrosse stick?
I just it's like my senior year. I'm the captain and preseason has already started and it's like the day of our first game and I've like missed everything. Like I missed the whole preseason and I'm like, what the fuck have I been doing? Where have I been? And I don't know like how I didn't know about it. And,
everybody has their own version of it. My friend, our good friend Simon Salgado, is always that his teeth are falling out.
Oh, that happens to me too. That's like a common anxiety dream.
Yeah.
It only first started happening to me in my like later adult life. Like in the last, I haven't had it in a while, but I've had it several times.
Well, you find all new forms of worry and stress once you have children.
It's so fun how to uncover all of our angst.
I used to be like chill. I used to be fucking cool.
Just like relaxed. Pretty carefree. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's over. Well, maybe it'll come back someday. One hopes. Probably.
I'm thinking like maybe by the time we turn 60 or something.
Mm-hmm. Then we'll be cool again.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Y'all ready to do this?
Yeah. I was born ready.
Okay. All right, Matt, we are back live via satellite with a friend of the show. Caitlin Murray is back. Oh my God, I just screamed in her ear. She's covering her ears out of, I think, protection from future tinnitus.
You really had it up to 11. That was a lot of enthusiasm. Unbridled.
We have a really fun show planned for you. We're going to get into some of the background of how we came together to do the Violet Archer movie project. We're going to talk about the origin story, how we were forged in the depths of Mordor and how this friendship blossomed, as well as talk about some screen time stuff, talk about, the TV and shows our kids are watching these days. We're going to hit it all. Matt, how do you want to get into it before we let Caitlin utter a single word?
Now I feel like I have to keep it to 10 seconds or less. Caitlin, do you want to say things? We got to know Caitlin.
I cannot speak right now. First of all, Jesus fucking Christ, my ears are still recovering from that intro. And I think we should play a clip from Violet Archer so the people can hear what it's all about. And then we can get into all the behind the scenes and the bullshit that we talk about together usually after that.
Love it. Let's do it.
A note from the detective. Whenever Baba and I are solving a mystery, or working a case as we call it in the detective business, I always take a bunch of photos and write down a ton of notes. You never know what's going to turn out to be important, so I pay attention to everything and then sort out the good stuff later. A lot of detectives, once they close a case, they just pack up all those notes and photos and clues and put them in a box to gather dust, thinking that the thing is finished. That's never made any sense to me and Baba, though. You know those connect the dots games they have on kids' menus at restaurants sometimes? The idea is, if you draw a line between all the dots going in the right order, it makes a picture that wasn't there before. To me, a box full of clues and photos and notes. That's just like a bunch of dots with no picture. So when Baba and I solve a mystery, I go back and open up that box. Then I use it to write the story of the case. I draw the lines, because any halfway decent detective will tell you, the most important thing isn't figuring out what happened, it's figuring out why. Stories give us a why. We don't always get to choose the dots in life, but we do get to draw the lines. What you're about to read is the story of the case of the Purple Martin, complete with photos taken by yours truly. Special thanks, as always, to my partner and loyal friend, Baba. Couldn't have solved it without him. Signed, Detective Violet Archer and Baba Archer. Chapter 1, Friday. It was raining cats and dogs when we turned onto the dead-end street, and there it was right at the end. Martha Mom and Papa Dan's house. My dad's mommy and daddy, the grandparents. I'd been to this house plenty of times before, and I was in real good with the owners, but I'd never seen the place at night, and everything looks different at night. 3 sleeps. That's how long I was going to be there while my parents, Mama and Daddos, went to a no-kids-allowed wedding, which, to be honest, felt like a little bit of a rude thing to have. Now, 3 whole days is nothing to sniff at, but at least I had Baba with me. Baba stands about 12 inches high. He's 14 pounds of short-legged, barrel-chested doggy goodness, and if there's a better friend out there in the world, I haven't met him. He's cute as all get out, great at cuddles, and a top-notch investigator, too. But more on all that in a minute. Let me just say this first. It's not that I was nervous about being away from my parents exactly, and Martha Mom and Papa Dan are great. But when you're a kid, a lot of stuff just kind of happens to you. Decisions get made by the tallies. That's what I call grown-ups. And the next thing you know, you're getting dropped into a situation you've never seen before. Your only choice is to roll with it. At times like these, I try to remember 2 things. 1, nothing's nearly as scary once you see what it's going to be like. And 2, life can be pretty confusing, so when in doubt, stick to what you know. As I watched the red lights on the back of Daddo's car disappear around the corner, I ran through the list of what I know. I know Baba will stick with me no matter what. I know my parents will be back to pick me up on Monday morning. And I know that I trust me. I'm tough, smart, and good at figuring things out. And it's a good thing, because if there's one other thing I know, it's this. New houses always have mysteries hiding inside.
Oh, and that's just a taste. That is just a taste.
So good.
Pumped.
I'm so excited about this.
And the kids love it. Like I've shown it to my kids. They're just like so captivated by it.
Yeah,
I don't know,
my
I'm
kids
stoked about
have only seen
it.
like the first 5 minutes of it or whatever, and they're like, "Wait, where's the rest of it?"
Do your kids dig that it's like, is it weird for them that it's you?
They were
It's
kind
your
of like,
voice?
"Can somebody else read it?" I was like, "No, fuckers, I read it."
I'm the star.
I love your read so much on it.
The read is really good.
You're so like, you are that character. And I don't know, when we were prepping for this and you were talking with Matt like a couple minutes ago on the podcast, I hadn't put my headphones on. And I swear I didn't picture you when I heard it coming from my headphones on the desk. I was like, whoa, Violet Archer, like how is Violet Archer playing? And then I was like, oh shit, that's like Caitlin. So it's really, really cool how you kind of became the character.
Imagine if I just started to like be a method actor and just went around pretending like I was Violet Archer from here on out, just like fucking solving mysteries around my house, like
totally
case of the writing on the wall.
Kids are like, Mom, please come back to us.
Yeah.
Who's Mom?
Baba.
Violet. Where's Baba?
Love it.
But the read was it's just so exciting. It's wild. It's wild because you sit down and you write a thing and you have this character in your head. Then ultimately, like a book is a very solitary process, and then ultimately, like a movie is extremely collaborative. So it's been pretty amazing to like write something and then see it get better and more fully realized with the illustrations that Max made, and then see it get just so totally realized with the way you embodied that character. It's like, it is both what I pictured when I sat down to write it and way more. It's really cool. It's really cool.
Because poor Matt a lot of times writes stuff and then other people make his movies or whatever.
And
then he's
butcher
like,
it.
yeah, it's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
It's not how I was picturing
It's not how I was picturing it.
The most successful movie I ever wrote, I watched it on, it was during COVID and it came out on Netflix, and I watched it at home. And on the one hand, I was like, holy shit, this is the #1 movie on Netflix. On the other hand, I was like, this wasn't really my movie.
Bizarre.
Yeah, it's very, very strange. Yeah. And so being able to like be a part of it at every phase of it, because there is something for me, like the magic of being a kid and the wonder of being a kid is so like at the heart of this thing. And for littles, the world is very mysterious. So it's like, this is like, it is all a big mystery to be solved. Anyways, I could not be happier with the way it's all come together. I'm really proud of it.
Love it. Love it.
Same.
But before we kind of, go too deep in there, why don't we talk about like the origin story of kind of how we came together, how this dream team, future Oscar, Emmy, EGOT, Tony, how did we win all these awards in 2026?
One day, everybody's going to come back to this podcast and be like, it all started
This is
there.
where it all started.
Yeah. So let's get into how we came together.
So between my first and second child being born, I got super fed up with the film business because it just sucks. And I was like, I want to write a kid's book. And so I wrote this kid's book, and then it was in a Google Doc, and I really liked it, but I didn't really have anything to do with it. So I sent it to Max, and Max just got really excited about it. And good friend that he is, he was like, how do we make this happen? And then he started sending me stuff about like how to like make illustrations with the assistance of AI and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know. I was dragging my feet, so Max just taught himself how to do this. And at the end of this, we had the first Violet Archer book. The second one is finished now, and the third one is nearly finished. And during that time, we had gone on your podcast, Caitlin, and you had come on ours. I think, were we the first dudes ever on your podcast?
Maybe, actually.
I think we were billed as the first dads. There may have been.
I don't know if I had a dude on before you guys. Maybe.
It's a real honor.
But at that time, I had no idea about Violet Archer.
Right. Yeah. We were just doing parenting podcasts with a lot of F words in them.
Yes. Copious.
Yeah. And I don't know what it was, but after we had that, like, we kind of got to be friends a little bit. And there was something about, like, the ways, Caitlin, in which you're funny and the ways in which I wanted this Violet character to be kind of funny. And she's a private detective, so she's got a little saltiness to her. You got some saltiness. You got
I
some
sure
salt.
do.
Yeah.
I do.
Salt is good.
I'm proud of my saltiness. Like, I kind of have to rock it, you know?
Yeah, you got to own it.
You know who else is salty here? Max is pretty salty.
That's interesting.
What does that really mean? What does salty mean?
I think if Matt was talking about you, he might have not used the word salty. I think he was like trying to be like polite with me about Violet Archer's saltiness and my saltiness. Well, like
just like she's
spunk.
got like
I guess
spunk.
it's like her spunk. She's got spunk.
Yeah. And like salty in the sense that not totally sweet.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right.
We'll say it how it is. I think that in that regard, I am salty, just like Caitlin, just like Violet Archer.
We can say it with saying things sometimes with a sharp edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you were salty the way that Violet was salty a little bit. And I don't know, there was something about it. You also, I don't know if I've ever said this to you before, but you have like a slight like a rasp to your voice. That's great. That I really like.
Were you going to say a little bit of a lisp? Because
no, I was not going to say a lisp.
Say that I have a little bit of a lisp sometimes.
I don't hear a lisp.
Really?
I hear a rasp. I hear like the woman that voices Lisa Simpson. She's probably like 65 now, but her rasp lets her do a kid for forever.
So I sound like Oh, I sound like a 65-year-old.
Yeah, Matt,
Either
you're
that or an
crushing it.
8-year-old.
You're a salty old bag. Is
Fucking battle axe of a fucking woman.
you're a lisping, toothless, 65-year-old
Battle
old
axe.
bag smoker.
That's right.
It's like, she's perfect for this role.
Perfect. So yeah, we had this idea that like, what if we had you do the voice of the main character of this book, Violet Archer, because they're written like old private detective stories, it's all first person narrated. So we did it.
But wait, hold on. Don't say that yet, because I want to say that you guys, like, I don't know how this worked. You called me or you asked me if I would like be interested in it. And I was like, we'll have to see the book
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
first.
Yeah, you didn't just dive in.
Yeah. So I read the book and my kids read the book and everybody loved the book because it is adorable. And it's also like highly entertaining. It's really for everybody. And that's like one of the things that I think is part of the main thing about this book. It's like something that everybody's going to be interested in and not like completely zone out for, because you're along for the ride with a mystery.
Totally. Yeah. And like Matt can't say this about his own writing, otherwise he'd be a kind of an asshole. But it's incredible. Like that's why I wanted to be a part of it, is like, this is too good. I'm reading kind of not trash, but like I read this like fairy book series last night. It's like a book, to my 5-year-old. I've just been reading Matt's writing for so long with doing the Violet Archers, like first, second, and now we're working on the third book. I'm just like, not to toot, because it's not my own horn. I'm tooting Matt's horn.
Gross.
It sucks. It's like just such basic dialogue. And I'm just waiting for some sort of stakes to happen. And that's what I love about this book is like, it's obviously for kids, but it's like obviously very well written, that is worthy of an adult's attention. So it's like, oh, okay, I'm into this. This is cool.
Yeah, and there is sort of some adult speak in there a little bit, or it's very much kids speak that adults only understand almost. Like all of those little things that Violet Archer says that sounds like a little kid is saying it, but little kids don't get that that's how they sound. So the adults think that it's funny. It's like, oh, it's so cute. That's so cute that she said it like that.
Yeah.
And it gives you a chuckle.
Well, like it uses, like, it's almost like it's written like film noir, like Chinatown, Jack Nicholson, but then using like the word like 3 sleeps. That's how long I'd be there with the Tollies. Like, so I don't know. It's like written like it's like the Maltese Falcon with Humphrey Bogart. But it's using all these kid things. So it's like an homage to like, classic mysteries. So it's super cool.
It was fun reading it because I, like with all these books, I've kind of tested them out on my oldest daughter as I've been going along to be like, does this make sense? Can you follow this? Because I also really try to pay attention to like using language that kids can understand, or if there's a word that's a little more advanced, like make it so that you could figure it out with context and stuff like that. But it's also funny because there's sometimes some of the lines in the book that I was really proud of that I thought were really funny. I'll like read them and then kind of like sideways glance at my daughter. Nothing.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's like the stuff that adults get that is funny and cute about it. The kids have not, and they're just into the mystery of it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was definitely something that I wrote like, when I was writing it, I was picturing a parent reading it to their kids or with their kids. I don't know. That's some of the best time. That's the only time my kids will fucking be still and shut up and like hang out is when I'm reading them a book. So, all right. So he sent you the book. You were digging it. We went up to New York. We recorded the voiceover with you, which was so fun.
So fun.
Super fun. And then like rather than
do you want to talk about what else was fun about that visit?
Getting a little house that night?
Our dinner after where we tested how many martinis Max can have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was one of my final, one of my last hurrahs.
Max is sober now.
Yeah.
We took you out of the game with that
Well,
night?
Right out of the game.
It was part of my swan song.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah.
When did, that was like over a year ago. When was that?
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about this on the podcast, or is this the first time
we've mentioned it?
Oh, I missed that whole conversation.
Yeah,
We haven't really done like a whole thing about it.
No, it just kind of was mentioned. Yeah, but probably like around like the end of last year.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Do you feel great?
The sleep is incredible. The sleep is great.
Yeah. I just ordered this stuff online like called Kava or something. It's like some substitute for a cocktail, but it's supposed to like feel like something. It's not just a mocktail thing, or just like a, you know how they have the like, I don't know, like imitation tequila, like non-alcoholic tequila and stuff like that. This is supposed to be something that gives you a buzz, but it's not alcohol. I'm gonna try it.
The hangovers are pretty rough.
The hangover, it's like these days it just
multi-day. It's a multi-day event.
Yeah, it just like can't be taken out of the game for so long.
No, you can't afford that kind
like
of
the regular, that kind of shit. Yeah.
And like it doesn't take that much to give me a really bad hangover at this point. I know you just sound so old, but like, fuck, it's like 3 drinks, and I feel like
I was gonna say 2, honestly.
I can feel 2. Yeah.
2 quadruple martinis will do it. We'll do it to you.
It depends honestly on how seasoned I am. If it's like December 29th and I've been like in the game for a week or so, just like celebrating the holidays, letting it rip, I'm okay after 2.
Yeah.
I'm primed.
Yeah. You're ready for your first drink.
But if it's like, if I did that tomorrow, I would be like, oh, fuck.
Especially near bedtime. It just messes with the sleep.
It's just not worth it. But then if I day drink, I'm asleep by 3 p.m. Like a beer sounds great at like noon on Sunday, but then it's like nap by 2. And I can't do that.
You're kind of out of it for the afternoon. I know.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
God, we are getting old. Fuck. So do you just white knuckle it, Max? No other things going on? You taking some mushrooms or anything like that?
No, I haven't done mushrooms or marijuana either. And I used to do a lot of weed back in the day, but nothing really. Caffeine and meditation. Got into some meditating. I'm borderline levitating right now.
Vedic. What the fuck am I?
I think you're having a stroke. I think.
Are you okay? Do you smell toast?
Vedic meditation. Is that the word?
I don't know.
I've
never heard that.
You have a mantra and everything, and you like.
No, not mantra meditation. More just like mindfulness. I'm using the Waking Up app from Sam Harris, which is like kind of like Buddhism. I was flying a little too close to the sun. Haven't been like working in a full-time position in a while.
Kind of vacation land a little, or do what you want when you want.
Yeah, so needed to lock it up, and I'm in a great spot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm honored we were there for one of the last transgressions.
Me too.
This episode is brought to you by the Violet Archer video book. You can get it on pretty much any platform. So whatever you're listening to this podcast on, go ahead and check the show notes for violetarcher.co, find links there, or just search Violet Archer in the search box and you should be able to find it there. Put it on for your kids. Put it on a drive. It's a great audiobook, but you can also hand them the phone or put it up on YouTube for viewing content that's a little more relaxed and chill. Written by Maddie Snails.
Don't do it. God damn it. If that catches on, I'm going to kick your ass.
Written by the snail. Took him a while to write it.
So we record this thing. Goes great. And that's, Maxie, when you kind of started to get excited about the idea of video.
Well, I've always wanted to like meet people where they are. I mean, most people are video consumers. It's not like, you know what, let's make a telegram.
What Max is trying to say is he doesn't know how to read, and so he wanted to experience Violet Archer himself.
I do much better with picture books.
Yeah, it's like so the reading is great, and I like that there's color pictures on every page, but I think that the story is what's great. It's not like this was my beef with reading, and I am now reading sometimes at night. So like I'm kind of back into the reading game. But I used to hate when people would celebrate, like, "Oh, you read? Yeah, I read a book a week." And it's like, "Oh, Amazing. Good for you. You're so good. What are they reading? What if they're reading fucking smut? You know, like what if they're reading conspiracy theories? Like reading as a general thing.
It's not the Odyssey. Come on.
Right. But I get it. I like reading because it stimulates imagination if it's like, you know, this and that. But really what's exciting about Violet Archer is the story and imagination. So it was like, is there a way to combine story, reading in a visual medium, meeting kids to where they are, you know.
But be honest, have you read it?
Yeah, I've read it twice.
Just fucking with you.
I felt really, really on the hot seat there. And I was so glad that the answer was actually yes.
It was yes.
That I could not see the sarcasm. But yeah, I mean, I feel like, and then that's when we started talking about, the three of us, like, hey, wait a minute. Like, if we were to do something, what shape would that take? And this is where I think it gets really exciting, where what we've kind of come up with in this sort of way that allows kids to still use their imagination while watching TV. And a lot of the data that, you know, I've pulled some studies and some research to round us out as we're diving in here. And it's like, I think that a lot of times, a lot of the negative stuff with fast-paced television is the fact that it is exceedingly passive. It is like your hair is being blown back by Cocomelon cutting scene changes every 2 to 3 seconds. You can barely even catch up. Like, I can throw a quick study.
Yeah, man. Make us database.
They took a bunch of 4-year-olds and had them watch either fast-paced television or an educational cartoon or draw for 9 minutes. Long story short, then afterward, they had them doing executive function tasks, like a classic like delay of gratification sort of thing. Like if they wait longer, maybe they get like more snacks, and like some like tower stacking tasks. And basically the fast-paced television performs significantly worse than watching like an educational slow-paced cartoon or drawing, which kind of track together. And there's also like an article talking about Cocomelon and how like the cuts are every 2 to 3 seconds. It's incredibly fast-paced, and whereas you can contrast it with like, you know, something like a Mr. Rogers or Sesame Street, which, I mean, Mr. Rogers had 3 scene changes during the entire thing. So it's like, now we don't want to go back to Mr. Rogers. It's like he's such a legend, and I remember watching him, and he's incredible. But it's not like, hey, we got to go back to the old times, back when it was just a camera and a guy tying his shoes. Like, it doesn't need to be that, but it doesn't need to be EDM for kids.
Yeah, and I went and looked through at the edit, and it's the average shot is about, so you were saying the average shot in Cocomelon's like 1.5, 2 seconds?
2 to 3 seconds.
And the average shot in this is about 15 seconds long, and there's really only kind of 3 elements to it. It's Violet, the character Violet, just talking to camera, just telling the story, voiced by none other than Caitlin Murray with her raspy, salty vibe. And then there's all the illustrations in the book are like Polaroid pictures that are like photos that Violet has taken for her case files. So they're like clues. They're like close-ups of clues. And so we put those all out on a detective board, which we called the murder board for some reason. We didn't. It's not officially called that in the book for children, but that was just our lingo.
We were joking around behind the scenes. Let's really sex this up for the kids. Yeah. Make it sexy for them.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Make this is like something that they're going to want to really watch.
I always continue to call it the detective board. You say murder board a lot.
It's the murder board.
Yeah, I know.
Amongst friends. It's the
amongst friends.
board.
There's no murders in the book. We should say that like dog toys get. Don't tell
it. Don't tell the secrets.
All right, I won't tell any secrets. No spoilers. But there's those 2 elements, and then there's these kind of like beautiful things that Max created that are just like detailed shots of like leaves on a tree, or like looking out a window at the rain coming down the window, which to me is very much like
calm.
The way I remember being a kid. It's calm, and it's also like when you're a kid, you just notice stuff. You know, you're just like you just sit and watch rain come down a window.
You really do, and like we talked about this quite a bit, and like we've sort of positioned it as this 4D sort of different new experience, because you can look along with the book as you're watching it and listening to it at the same time. It's sort of like a maybe like almost like a graphic audio book experience, but you've got your book in your hand as well. So theoretically also helpful for young readers.
Yeah, that's the goal. And then we're also always going to have like the latest case, Violet Archer case, will always be out as a book before it's out as anything else. So we are like still kind of always trying to point back towards like, this is something that you read.
I would say, like, if I had to recommend the way that somebody should consume the Violet Archer series, I think I would say to get the book, read the book first with your kids, or let them read it or whatever, and then watch.
Yeah, I think that's the ideal. Yeah.
Yeah, watch and or listen to it on a drive. Like putting it on, putting the podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast, just listening. It's about the story. And
like we've showed it to the kids we've showed it to have really, it's like a totally different kind of thing. They're like in it and invested in it, but not in that like hair blown back by stimulus overload kind of way that so often seems to be the case. My wife has always preached this. Like screen time gets treated like it's all one thing. Like screen time is bad or it's good or it's this many hours or you don't care or people worry about it too much or they don't worry about it enough. And like, obviously there's versions of screen time. Like we watch like Planet Earth with my kids and we talk about the animals. Like that's a good family experience. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes we're sleeping in on Sunday and they just go turn on Netflix before we're awake. And that's a different thing. So I think what we're trying to do is create something that, like, obviously we know reading with your kids is amazing. We love the audiobook form of this, but we also wanted to create screen time that's like quality time. So my question for you is, what is some screen time that you think is good? What is something that you've watched with your kids that you love and why? And what is something you watch with your kids that you think is donkey shit and why? We're just going to hate on our competitors a little bit.
Okay. And love on some of them.
And love.
I mean, I can go to. I got two.
You got two. Give it to me.
Positive and negative.
Yeah.
Should I spit vitriol first or?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get the dirty work out of the way.
I don't like this thing that I've heard that sometimes they watch at school. It's a YouTube thing called Danny Go. Like Google it, but don't click on it because then it will come up in your feed. Do incognito browsing and look at this guy. Danny Go, 3.4 million followers. It's like not the worst, right? Because he's like probably kind of educational. But what this guy does is he's on a green screen and he's just running the whole time, staring at the camera. 1, 2, 7, hola, adios. It's just.
I'm overwhelmed right now.
I don't feel good.
It is like, why does this exist in the world? And I get it. Like this guy's like, he's captivating. It's like, because it never stops. And then behind him, the green screen is just like a tunnel of like fish or like cartoons of things just flying by. Like he's shooting through a wormhole.
Like it's just so like intentionally like
overstimulating.
Oh, yeah. Like,
and sure,
you just can't stop staring at this type thing for a kid.
And I'm sure there's some learning in there where he'll like say the numbers and count. And through rote memorization, it'll be like 1, 2, 3. And like a kid who's just like basically being tortured watching this shit is so eyes glued to it. And my daughter's like, yeah, this is all I want to watch. Why don't you let me watch Danny Go? I'm like, I don't know. I know it's wrong.
It just feels wrong.
It might be fine, but I can't watch that. The one I do like is I like this guy Smarter Every Day. He makes long form YouTube. They'll do like a 45-minute thing on like this guy building a machine to throw a baseball 1,000 miles an hour.
Oh, I saw that one.
And he goes through all the engineering and the safety protocols and how they do it. And I don't know, it just seems way more long form, slow, and just the opposite of Danny Go.
Nice. Caitlin, you got yours?
Well, I do openly call Daniel the Tiger like the biggest asshole of all time. First of all, he's such a fucking wuss bag. Like, I'm scared of the dark. I'm scared of the doctor. I'm scared of the dentist. I'm like, can you shut the fuck up, Daniel? You're scaring my kids about everything right now. Why don't you fucking be brave for once in your stupid life and stop making a sand beach in your living room, for God's sake. You have the worst ideas and the worst advice ever. The guy's an asshole. That's it. Okay, so Daniel Tiger would be the number one, but I think he was canceled, rightfully so. And then what I like about Violet Archer, I will say, is that like, I mean, I'm involved in it, so I know what it's all about and it entails, but that it is like this trusted viewing experience, because I feel like there's so much shit out there these days that I don't know what to trust, and I don't want to filter it. Like, I don't want to sit down and watch all of this shit. So it's like, what can I trust and who can I trust? So I feel like that's what I look for more of these days. But I typically hate like YouTube stuff that's like on to the next, or like kid type creators who create like kind of more short form content of bouncing around from this and that. But anything that's like longer form essentially is fine by me. And honestly, I'm like, I don't care if you want to watch Jaws, to my 6-year-old, it takes 2 hours. If your attention span can handle it, by all means, scare the shit out of yourself. I'm not going to help you in the night when you want. You're going back to your own bed.
Next time we go to the beach, you can sit in the sand while the rest of us play. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, go ahead, knock yourself out. I'm not going to monitor that kind of thing. I would monitor like sexual content. I wouldn't want like scary. Fine. Go ahead. I don't know.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's very American of you. We're very like, because our rated R movies, like, you can be PG-13 and shoot 100 people in the head, but as soon as you see a titty.
Oh yeah. I don't like that kind of, I don't like violence.
Yeah. No violence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shark attacks.
I don't like gratuitous violence, but I did show our 7 and 9-year-old The Matrix, and it was amazing. Technically, those aren't real people dying.
But if you die in the Matrix, the mind makes it real, Max.
True.
Anyways. All right. Those are good answers. I really like your take on Daniel Tiger. I've never heard such vitriol spewed toward Daniel Tiger, but
such a dick, that kid.
Great. Fantastic. All right. This is less like one specific show, but I see in a lot of shows, the My Little Pony, which I think is on Netflix, is like the example I can think of, where it's like shows that are clearly targeted for like 6 or 7-year-olds, but the characters all like are taking selfies and like trying to get like, it's like 13-year-old girl problems. But shows made for 6-year-olds, and they're like worried about like their social status. And like, I'm like, dude, my kid's not like, let's not put that in my kid's head 5 years early. Like, we got plenty of time to worry about that shit.
Yeah, I think they're also pandering to the bronies.
The bronies? Who are the bronies?
They're like young men who love My Little Pony.
That's a category of human?
I think so.
Yuck.
And let me just double check.
Yeah, it's kind of right. And
let me just check my browsing history really quick. I'm kidding. Oh, they're adults. Adult
Pony fans.
Type in bronies, BRONIES. There's a documentary about. There's a guy who has. I don't know. This is a real problem.
Rabbit hole. Yeah.
But you know what?
Thanks. Look, for consenting adults, if you want to be a brony, we don't want to hate, but don't bring that like adolescent shit around my 7-year-old on a show that's like
exactly
for 5-year-olds.
Don't be a fucking creep.
Don't be a creep, man.
Yeah.
All right, high recommend, because we like nature shows, but the problem with nature shows, especially now they're watching with our 2-year-old, is mostly what animals do is either mate or kill shit and eat it. So we struggle to find nature shows where there's not like, animal murder or fucking. But there's a show called...
But like, then again, why not with the fucking? Like, they're animals.
The fucking I actually don't mind so much. And they usually...
And they use words like, here we see the North American hyena. It is been in heat for many months.
That's a fantastic impression.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh man, I did. It was a very proud moment when my daughter was probably like 5. She's like, "Can we watch that show with that boy I like?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" And she's like, "The one that talks about animals with the voice." And she was talking about David Attenborough. That was the boy she likes.
Perfect.
Great. You can be into David Attenborough all you want. But anyways, another thing, actually, since we're talking about animals fucking, I'm always wondering, because they'll like have a big lead up where the like male like shows his colorful feathers and does like a fancy dance and like gets the female's attention. But then like when they actually show like it working, basically one bird just flaps on top of another for like 2 seconds and then they both fly away.
Yeah. 2 pump chump.
Is that a tasteful edit, or is that really how that goes?
No, that's how
Bag
fast.
it, buddy. Double bag it. You don't want to get into that.
That's how fast. It's.
That's it.
I mean,
Oh man. All right. Now that we've cleared that up, the show to watch is on Apple, and it's The Secret Lives of Animals. And that is a cool show because there will be like an episode about like how animal friendships happen, or how animals build their homes, or how animals use disguise to not get eaten. And so it's like, it's got the Planet Earth vibes. It looks amazing. It's got the cool British narrator. Although I can't remember if it's Attenborough. But anyways, it kicks ass, and no animals will be killed or will flap onto each other's backs for 1.5 seconds to keep the circle of life moving forward. So that's my love-hate. But Caitlin, I like the thing you said about like a real bias toward long form. It's like, yeah, give me something where like they got to tuck in for a little while and follow a story from beginning to end. Because I think that's
where we're seeing the problem these days with like the social media, like 7-second, like your attention span is gone after 7 seconds if you're not immediately captivated by something, and then we're all fucked.
Then we're all fucked. Yeah. That's something that guy, John Haidt, the Ancient Generation author, talks a lot about. He's like, actually, stories are good for us. Stories make us feel calm. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. Stories help us understand the world. 7-second shots of adrenaline over and over, not good. So, yeah. Well, Caitlin, thanks for coming on the program.
Any fucking time.
Oh, beautiful. And we gotta get on recording the second book. I think the second one's even better than the first one.
Yeah, it's so good. Maybe I can caravan down to Austin for that.
Let's do it. I love it.
This episode of Milkless is brought to you by Violet Archer in the case of the Purple Martin. Thank you. Bye.